It's not his policies that really bothers them.
That's right.
It's not the tax plan or the immigration plan or the travel ban. They're not fond of that, but that's not it. It's Donald Trump they don't like.
He spells it right out, doesn't he? That's Bernie Goldberg, media critic, frequent guest on this program, thankfully. He says the left obstructs President Trump because they just don't like him. And that's one good reason. Andy Puzder joins us now, CKE Restaurant CEO and former Trump economic advisor. Andy, you know a thing or two about Democrat obstruction. That's what happened to you, isn't it?
It is. There's really no way that the Democrats wanted a successful business person in there that might be able to help President Trump generate economic growth and the job growth and wage and benefit growth that would come with it if I got in there. So the opposition was stiff.
But did you, I know this is a touchy subject, but did you get the support that you should have gotten from the Republican Party and from the administration?
Well, you'd always like more support, but the president and the vice president were very, very supportive. There came a time when the press went after me very hard, and there were some attacks on my family and on our house where I went to the transition team and said, look, if you would like, I'll withdraw from this. And I was told that from the highest floors of Trump Tower that the message was, there's no darn way that you're, and I cleaned that up, there's no darn way you're withdrawing. You hang in there. We need you. So I always felt I got support.
Where to for now for Andy Puzder?
Well, I signed a deal to write a book. I'm still CEO of the company. As you mentioned, we've got this new ad campaign coming out, so which is my responsibility if it fails. And Jason Marker, the new guy coming in, he can take the credit if it succeeds. But I've been working on that. Okay. And I'll be doing more. I'm back. I'm writing op-eds again. I'm on your show, which is a pleasure to be back. And I'll have plenty to do. I'm looking forward to it. Retiring was my idea, and I spoke with my wife about it. I've got 6 kids and 6 grandkids, and we're going to enjoy our life, and I'll do more political writing.
Well, I've got 6 kids and 9 grandchildren. How about that?
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
That's
what a
much
guy.
better.
What a guy. No, you know politics. You've been on the inside of it over the past few months. Tell me, what do you think about a tax reform bill this year? Is it going to happen?
I think it is going to happen. And I know the president's gotten a lot of criticism for what happened with the health care bill. But look, as a businessman, I think he played that perfectly. Because once, you don't always get dealt the hand you want. And he got dealt this hand with the Freedom Caucus and the difficulties of the Republican Party coming together. We're still trying to learn how to deal with being the party in power. But when he lost, when it was over, when the bill wasn't going forward, what he said was, okay, guys, fine, I'll now work with the moderates in our party. I'll work with the Democrats. We'll come up with a bill. You're going to like it a whole lot less than the bill we would have passed if you'd have worked with me, and we'll go from there. And all of a sudden, you started hearing talk about Republicans, maybe they're reconsidering. They're going to try and come up with a bill. I think the art of the deal is this guy. He handled that like a businessman, not a politician. And I think I think he'll push tax reform and have a much more receptive crowd after this debacle with the health care bill.
Well, he's pushing hard on the Freedom Caucus. The president was tweeting this morning. It was a direct attack on the Freedom Caucus, basically saying, look, you people, get on board, because we got to win this one. Get on board. Do you see Republicans coming together?
They're going to have to. If you think about it, Stuart, you think every Democrat supported the Obamacare bill, the ACA, when it was initially passed? Do you honestly think Joe Manchin and Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren were on the same page? No, they weren't. But they all voted for it because they were on a team. They understood about moving the ball down the field. Some Republicans don't understand that, and they need to understand it, or we're not going to get anything done, and we're going to lose the House and lose the Senate. So we need to be very focused on getting these bills passed.
I think the Democrats do politics better than Republicans at this point. We'll discuss that in a second.